Hello students, hope that you are all in fine. Today our topic for discussion is admission of a partner. As we have discussed earlier, in reconstruction of partnership business, admission of a partner is a process of reconstruction, and we have to account for when a partner or more partners admitted into the partnership business and some transactions occur at the time of admission, that is just before the admission of a partner or after the admission of a partner. So in accounting, transactions in relation to the admission of a partner, we have discussed earlier the revaluation of assets and liabilities, valuation of goodwill and the accounting treatment of goodwill. So how to revaluate and reassess the assets and liabilities, and how to value the goodwill, how to treat the goodwill, we have learned earlier classes. In accounting for admission of a partner, we need to synthesize all those. That is, in a complete problem regarding admission of a partner, we have to make revaluation and to ascertain the profit or loss on revaluation of assets and liabilities. We may have to value the goodwill of the business and to give accounting effect of the goodwill, and to draft the final balance sheet after admission of a partner. Now we are coming to our topic. I will start the discussion by taking some illustration. First, I am coming to our first illustration. Ram and Bharat are partners of a firm with a profit sharing ratio of 3:2. Their balance sheet as on 31st March 2020 was as follows. Capital Ram Bharat 80,000, 60,000, total 1,40,000. General reserve 30,000, bank loan 12.5% per annum 20,000, creditors 40,000, bills payable 12,000, land and building 90,000, plant and machinery 40,000, furniture and fixtures 25,000, investment 10,000, closing stock 35,000, sundry debtors 32,000, bills receivable 3,000, cash at bank 7,000. On 1st April 2020, Lakshman joined the partnership as a new partner for 1/5 share in future profits on the following terms. The new partner, Lakshman, has to brought in rupees 40,000 as capital and rupees 6,000 as premium for goodwill. The land and building will be revalued at rupees 1,20,000 and plant and machinery will be depreciated by 10%. The furniture and fixtures will be reduced by rupees 3,000. The present market value of investment is rupees 12,000. The closing stock includes an obsolete item of 2,500 which is required to be written off. A provision is to be created on debtors at the rate 5% for doubtful debt. A creditors of rupees 1,000 remain untraceable for last few months and not required to be paid. Outstanding interest on bank loan for whole year is to be provided for, and accrued commission of rupees 1,000 is to be taken into account. Prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet as on 1st April 2020 post admission. So now we are coming to the solution. As we have learned in our earlier classes how to prepare revaluation account, we have prepared here the revaluation account. See, revaluation account in the books of the firm, or we may call it profit and loss adjustment account. The value of plant and machinery reduced by rupees 4,000 as depreciation. So, revaluation account debit to plant and machinery 4,000. Furniture and fixtures reduced by rupees 3,000. So, revaluation account debit to furniture and fixture 3,000. Obsolete stock to be written off by rupees 2,500. As a result, the value of stock reduced. So, revaluation account debit to stock account 2,500. We have to create provision for doubtful debts at the rate 5% on debtors. Debtors was rupees 32,000, 5% 1,600. So, revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debt 1,600. We have to provide for interest on bank loan for the whole year at the rate 12.5%. So, revaluation account debit to outstanding interest on bank loan 2,500. The value of land and building appreciated by rupees 30,000. It was 90,000. Now revalued at 1,20,000. So, increased by rupees 30,000. The entry is land and building account debit to revaluation account. Value of investment increased by rupees 10,000 from 2,000 from 10,000 to 12,000. So, investment account debit to revaluation 2,000. Creditors need not to pay more by rupees 1,000. So, creditors account debit to revaluation account, liability reduced, and accrued commission to be accounted for. It is an asset. So, accrued commission account debit to revaluation account 1,000. So, now we have determined as a balance the profit on revaluation 20,400, which will be shared by old partners Ram and Bharat according to their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2. So, 20,400 into 3/5, 12,240, 20,400 into 2/5, 8,160. Now, partners capital account. Opening balance of partners capital as given in the problem, Ram 80,000, Bharat 60,000, written as by balance brought down. General reserve 30,000 distributed among the old partners according to their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2, 18,000, 12,000. Entry is general reserve account debit to partners capital. Now, profit on revaluation as distributed 12,240, 8,160 credited to Ram and Bharat's capital account. New partner brought in rupees 40,000 as capital. So, the entry is bank account debit to partners capital. So, partners capital by bank account 40,000 in Laxman column. Premium for goodwill brought in by new partner Laxman rupees 6,000. As we have discussed earlier, as according to premium method of goodwill treatment, the premium for goodwill brought in by new partner shall be credited to old partner's capital account according to the sacrificing ratio. Here the new ratio is not given. So, the old ratio is taken as the sacrificing ratio, that is 3:2, 6,000 credited to Ram and Bharat, 3,600, 2,600. The entry is bank account debit to Ram and Bharat's capital account. Now, we have added the credit side, put the figure in the debit side and ascertain the balance in each of partners account. 1,13,840 for Ram, Bharat 82,560, Laxman 40,000. Now, the final stage, that is the balance sheet of the new firm, reconstituted firm as on 1st April 2020, that is after admission of Laxman. So, capital account balance as we have discussed, as we have ascertained earlier, written here total 2,36,400. Bank loan 12.5% per annum 20,000. Outstanding interest to be added here 2,500. So, 22,500 is the total liability in respect of bank loan. Creditors 40,000, written down, that is need not to pay 1,000. So, creditor reduced by 1,000, the final amount is 39,000. Bills payable as it was 12,000. Land and building, it was 90,000, appreciated by 30,000. So add appreciation, total 1,20,000. Plant and machinery 40,000, less depreciation 4,000, net amount 36,000. Furniture fixtures 25,000, reduced by 3,000. So less reduction 3,000, total 22,000. Investment 10,000, increase in market value 2,000. So the resultant figure is 12,000. Closing stock 35,000, obsolete item written off 2,500. After deducting that, net amount is 32,500. Sundry debtors 32,000, less provision for doubtful debt 1,600, 30,400. Bills receivable as it was 3,000, accrued commission 1,000, cash at bank 7,000 it was earlier. Now Locksman brought in as capital 40,000, that is added here, and also brought in by Locksman the premium for goodwill also added here 6,000, so total 53,000 cash at bank. The total of the balance sheet is 3,09,900, 3,09,900. So this is the solution of first illustration. Now come to the second illustration. The balance sheet of Saurabh and Sachin as on 31st December 2019 is given below. They share profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. So all profit sharing ratio between Saurabh and Sachin is 2:1. Capital Saurabh 30,000, Sachin 30,000, total 60, general reserve 24, sundry creditors 29,000. Freehold property 20,000, furniture 6,000, stock 12,000, debtors 60,000, bank 6,000, profit and loss account debit balance, that is loss 9,000, total 1,13,000. On 1st January 2020, they agreed to admit Srinath into the firm on the following terms and conditions. Srinath will bring in rupees 29,000, of which rupees 9,000 will be treated as premium for goodwill to be retained in the business. The total amount brought in by Srinath is 29,000, out of which 9,000 is premium for goodwill, so 20,000 is on account of capital. Srinath will be entitled to 1/4 share of the profits of the firm. 50% of the general reserve is to remain as a provision for doubtful debts. Furniture to be depreciated by 5% and the freehold property valued at 22,000. Stock should be valued at 10,500. An unpaid bill for rupees 1,300 for electric charges omitted from the accounts to be accounted for. There is likely to be a claim for damages of 1,500 against the firm. This is a contingent liability, that is liability likely to be accrued in future, that is liability for damages 1,500. The capital of Saurabh and Sachin will be made proportionate to their profit sharing ratio on the basis of capital contributed by Srinath. Any excess or deficit shall be adjusted through cash. Now you are asked to prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and balance sheet of the newly constituted firm. Now come to the solution. First, we are preparing here the revaluation account. Now the furniture depreciated by 10%, so to furniture 300, revaluation account debit to furniture. Now stock reduced by 1,500, so revaluation account debit to stock account 1,500. We have to make a provision for outstanding electricity charges, so revaluation account debit to outstanding electric charges 1,300. We have to make another provision for liability for damages, that is a contingent liability, so revaluation account debit to liability for damages account 1,500. Now the value of freehold property increased by rupees 2,000, that is from 20,000 to 22,000. So freehold property account debit to revaluation account 2,000. Now after balancing, we see that the debit side is more than the credit side by rupees 2,600. That means there is a loss on revaluation. So Loss on devaluation also to be distributed among the old partners Saurabh and Sachin according to their old profit sharing ratio, that is 2:1. So 2600 distributed among Saurabh and Sachin by 2:1, that is 1733 for Saurabh, Sachin 867. Now come to the partners capital account. Partners capital account. Balance brought down 30,000, Saurabh and Sachin. Reserve distributed among the old partner according to profit sharing ratio 2:1, that is 8,000, 4,000. New partner bring capital of rupees 20,000. So bank account debit to Srinath's capital 20,000. Now premium for goodwill brought in by new partner 9,000 distributed to Saurabh and Sachin according to their sacrificing ratio. Here also the new profit sharing ratio is not given, only a proportion of new partner is given. So in that case old profit sharing ratio will be the sacrificing ratio, that is bank account debit to Saurabh and Sachin's capital account 6,000 and 3,000. Now profit and loss account debit balance was there rupees 9,000, which was a loss, that is distributed among old partners according to profit sharing ratio. Partners capital account debit to profit and loss account 6,000, 3,000. Now loss on revaluation transferred to partners capital to revaluation account 1733, 867. Now we have to do some working. So I am coming to the working portion of the presentation. Working. Calculation of capital of the new firm. Calculation of capital in the new firm. Total capital of the firm on the basis of Srinath's capital. 20,000 brought in by Srinath for 1/4 share. So total capital of the firm will be 20,000 into 4, that is rupees 80,000. Now the total amount of capital 80,000 will be distributed among the Saurabh, Sachin and Srinath according to their new profit sharing ratio. So you see here we have calculated the new profit sharing ratio. So remaining share after allowing 1/4 to Srinath, 1 minus 1/4 is equal to 3/4. Now Saurabh share to remaining share, that is 3/4 into 2/3, that is 2/4. Share of Sachin to remaining 3/4 into 1/3, that is 1/4, and Srinath's share is 1/4. So 2/4, 1/4, 1/4, that is the final new profit sharing ratio is between Saurabh is to Sachin is to Srinath 2:1:1. Now 80,000 is to be distributed according to this ratio, that is 2:1:1. So Saurabh's capital will be in the new firm 40,000, Sachin's capital will be 20,000, Srinath's capital will be 20,000. Now come to the capital account again. So that will be the final capital balance. That will be the final capital balance what we have ascertained in our working, that is Saurabh's 40,000, Sachin's 20,000, Srinath's 20,000, that we have put here, written as to balance CD, as this is the closing balance. After putting this, if we balance the account, then we will see that Srinath account tallied 20,000, 20,000. So there is no question of deficit or excess. Now if Saurabh's capital account is balanced, we will see that the debit side is more 47,733, that is put here and find the balance 3733, that is the deficit in Saurabh's capital account, and that should be borne by the Saurabh and he should bring in. For bringing in the deficit, bank account debit to Saurabh's capital account 3733. Now, if we add the Sachin's capital account, we will see that the credit side is more 37,000. Put here and find the difference. You will see that there is the difference of 13,133. So, that is the surplus in Sachin's capital account. That should be withdrawn by Sachin. If it is withdrawn by Sachin, the entry will be Sachin's capital account debit to bank account 13,133. Now come to the final balance sheet. Balance sheet of the new firm Saurabh, Sachin, Srinath as on 1st January 2020 after admission or post admission. The capital as determined 40,000, 20,000, 20,000, 80,000. Creditors 29,000 as it was. Outstanding electricity charges 1,300 as we have provided for. Claim for damages 1,500. Now freehold properties 20,000, appreciated by 2,000, 22,000. Furniture 6,000, less depreciation 300, 5,700. Stock 12,000, reduced by 1,500, 10,500. Debtors 60,000, less provision for bad debt 12,000, 48,000. Bank 6,000, add Srinath's capital 20,000, premium for goodwill brought in by Srinath 9,000, deficit brought in by Saurabh 3733, and surplus capital withdrawn by Sachin 13,133, which is deducted here. So final bank balance is 25,600. The total of the balance sheet is 1,11,800, 1,11,800. So today up to this, please see our next video.